So we're going to be going on about how to avoid the 5 mistakes that people make when starting OFM. So number 1, don't be alone. Everyone gets this lone wolf mentality offline, off TikTok, after watching these fucking stigma videos, and they think they can conquer the world individually by themselves. This is not the case. You cannot take over a whole fucking business model just by yourself. So you need a business partner. You need to be able to network, you need to be able to outreach and outsource to other people to get them to help you. Getting more people on board and cooperating with them will mean that you'll be able to split the work down. You'll have a lot more time to be able to look at growth and progression whilst people are taking care of the tasks that are at hand. And your business will be running 24 hours a day, because believe it or not, you have to sleep as an individual. So your business can only be working around 20 hours max consistently. Now, you want to push that to higher brackets, you can have 24 hours efficient work because you will have a whole team around you that's going to be able to help you out. So do not work alone, otherwise you will fail.
So number 2, don't be a complete broky. So yes, you can start OFM with nothing in your bank. Yes, you can do it for free, absolutely no problem. However, I don't recommend it. I recommend leveraging money to make your time a lot easier. This money can be spent on education, such as coaching or courses. It can also be spent on things to make your agency run smoother. So websites, any marketing costs you may need, any sales costs you may need, and any equipment that will make yours or your models' lives easier. It's also important not to spend money on useless shit that you don't need. I won't go too into depth, but things like alcohol, smoking, drugs, whatever the fuck you're doing and wasting money on, stop fucking doing it, because it's absolutely fucking pointless. It's also important to know that it's okay to still be working a job while you're starting a business. In fact, I recommend doing that anyway, because you're going to be bringing money in. You can then invest it into the business instead of fucking going out on weekends and shit like that. Cut all that bullshit out and just spend all your money on your business while you're working the job. Work your job, come home, work, spend money on work, and work should be your fucking priority until you make this business fucking work.
So the next point is sacrifices. These need to be made to be successful. Now, it's briefly touching on what Kyle's just said. Things like sleep. This is going to have to be decreased to allow you to have more time to be able to work on making your business. Other obvious things like drinking, smoking, going out every weekend, things like these are going to have to be cut down significantly if you want to be able to succeed. It's because they're taking up so much time, brain power, energy, and it is literally stealing from your life. And this is why your business is not succeeding. So more sacrifices is like your 9 to 5. You're exerting all your energy to stacking that shelf at Tesco's really well. When you come home, you're going to be tired. Prioritize where you're putting your energy. Put it into your business when you get home rather than into your 9 to 5. And friends that are not helpful. As you probably all know, you probably have a few friends which are just pricks that always message you or always need something, and they never actually provide anything for you. Now, if you start working and focusing on yourself for a few weeks, sacrificing the time with them to progress yourself and your business, in a few weeks, they'll probably start being a cunt to you. And then you'll finally realize that this friend that you may have is just dead weight and you can cut them off. Now, I'm not saying ditch every single one of your friends, and maybe get some of your friends to help you with your business or your progression or your growth. There is a certain caliber of people which are dead weight and they do need cutting off.
So number 4 would be thinking that all course sellers are out to scam you. This works for general business, not just OFM, of course. And yes, I do sell a course, so obviously I'm going to promote courses. However, you got to realize that time is money. So for example, if you have to spend hundreds of hours researching a business model, perfecting your skills, etc., instead of spending £100 on a course which will take you a few hours to complete and you'll get the same amount of skills, I would 1,000,000% rather just pay someone for the information that I don't have, especially because the person selling the course has most likely been in the industry that you're in. They've made the mistakes that you're going to make, and they can narrow down the business model to make it work so you don't make the same mistakes as them, etc.
And the last mistake people make when coming into OFM is normally that pimp mindset. Now, this is just having the wrong attitude about OFM and going about business the complete wrong way. The pimp mindset is where you come into the business thinking that you're the fucking nuts, you own the model, and you're in charge of everything she does. Incorrect. The model is in charge of herself and how she wants to manage her OnlyFans page. Now, if she needs an OnlyFans manager, then the model can hire you. You're not in charge of her, she's in charge of you. Yes, you may be running and overseeing everything, but she is still the top of the hierarchy because we need the models don't need us. And that's what people don't understand. Now, if you start looking at it this way, you're not going to start being a cunt to the model. Your relationship's going to be a lot smoother. The model's going to feel a lot more safe. All of these things just lead to faster progression. Now, coming into it, the pimp mindset, you're going to be demanding things from the model, acting like a boss, and the model is just not going to like this, and they're going to fire you, and you're going to be out of the industry within a few weeks. So make sure that you avoid this pimp mindset, and that's going to allow you to be more successful in OFM.
So those were 5 mistakes, basically what not to do in OFM when you're starting out. If you have already started and you want to watch this video to make sure you're not making any mistakes, I hope you're fucking not. However, if you're looking to go into OFM, these are 5 mistakes to avoid when you're starting OFM.